Earlier in the week, Andy gave us his North Notes, pointed out the trouble spots on the course and how to deal with them. And the players, for the most part, seem to have listened. But there's a dark side of this place, things Andy really wouldn't deal with. Problems most run from Kenny Mayne embraces. Here's his version of the Open as the survival of the fittest. It's the Mayne Event.
On cut day, players had to pay particular attention to the cruel modifications the USGA made to this course. We're paying attention to two things: difficult lies and course management. With the narrow fairways, many players found themselves deep in the woods. To get yourself out of here, you have to hit the golf ball as hard as possible. The most dreaded lie is to find yourself inside the men's urinal.
On 5, 12, and 17, yeah, I hit it right into the urinals. It's pretty tough out there playing all those things.
To lift, clean, and replace leaves you in the same awful position. To take a drop isn't exactly manly, so the thing to do is get underneath the ball and hit it as hard as possible. That'll play nice. If your ball ends up in a man's trousers, you're in trouble. And it's even worse if it goes into a woman's pants, because you should never hit a woman. With a man, swing away as hard as possible, belt high, and try to dislodge the ball. Course management is even more important because done properly, you don't end up in those hideous positions. When in doubt, club down. My golf supplier is going to kill me, but that's why I advocate these junior model irons all the way around. On 18, you don't dare go long on your approach, or you'll end up going face to face with the clock tower.
Clock tower holds a bastard's bastard. Absolutely humiliating.
If you end up in this position, you want to stay behind the ball, swing as hard as possible, and knock it over the tower and back onto the green. On 7, players were advised to avoid the always challenging Michuda residence. A snap hook would put you inside.
Like every player I've spoken to talks about the Michuda house. It's worse than Mayne Corner. I tell you, you walk on that tee and it's just like, you feel so nervous, and then you got to look down there and you got the Michuda house next to you. I mean, it really terrifies you.
If a mistake is made, the key is to employ a kitchen utensil to extricate yourself from the home. A spatula or a wooden spoon will get you out the door. As always, hit it as hard as possible. That'll play nice. No matter the situation, the advice is always the same. And when you see the list of those players who made the cut, you'll know they hit the ball as hard as possible.
It's very